Good morning, oral health aficionados. Today we're going to make a meme of Pandaren for the Hearthstone Reddit, and we might also promote it on Instagram too, who knows. But what we're going to do is, before we made this meme here, and we posted this. This is an Overwatch character. We posted it to the Overwatch. It got censored there, and then we posted it to the Hearthstone Reddit, which is blowing up with activity in support of Hong Kong. But it also got censored there after getting 70 upvotes. So, the reason it got censored there, they're saying, is because it doesn't have anything to do with Hearthstone. So we're going to fix that, and we're going to make a new protagonist, a new hero, and that is going to be Pandaren. So we're taking this image to start with. We're going to give Pandaren a face mask, and then we're going to put Hong Kong flag, the flower from the Hong Kong flag right in here. So we're gonna beat the censors at their own game. So let us get started. First, what I want to show you how to do is, if we go back to our last meme, we're going to use the same face mask that we did there. So what I'm going to show you how to do is how to grab layers. So I want to use the same face mask. So what I'm going to do, okay, the layers are gone, it looks like. So that might be a problem. Okay, so we still have them down here. So what we're going to do is we click this layer down here. We're going to Control C. We're going to go File, New. Okay, Control V. Perfect. Now we're going to go back here, and we're going to go to this Freedom Text. We're going to Control C that, and we're going to come back here, and we're going to Control V. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go to our Move tool. We're going to zoom to 200 so we can see, and then we're going to move this into the correct placing here. Then we're going to click it down. Just click. Well, that didn't work. How about select all, select none? Still didn't work. Well, just click on this thing here. So we have this. Now what we can do is we can this looks a little weird over here, huh? What happened over there? Yeah, I guess it's normal. So then we can go File, Save, or we could go File, Export to export this as a JPEG. I already did this, so I just want to show you how to do it. Let us just close these out. Discard changes. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go minimize this. We're going to go and we're going to open this with GIMP. And we're also going to open our face mask, and I'll just use the JPEG, I suppose, that I exported. Open with GNU. Perfect. Okay, let's crop this down to size here. So let's just grab the crop tool, click and drag, hit enter, and we have that. Alright, now we're also going to want this Hong Kong thing, so we're going to open up this picture, open with GNU. I think, sure, let's convert, whatever. I think that might be all we need here. Okay, so let's get started. Let's Control C here, come over here, Control V. Perfect. So let's try to get it resized here. Let's see if we can resize it here. Image, scale image. Let's try 300. Hit enter, and we'll hit scale. Okay, that didn't work. Control Z. Let's Control Z again. So let's go back to the face mask itself. We'll go to image, scale image. Let's try the 300 here. 300, enter, scale, Control C it. Let's go back here, Control V. Ooh, that's looking pretty close to what we want. It's a little too big. Let's Control Z it a couple times. So image, let's Control Z. Start with the full image. We'll go down to scale. Let's say 275. Hit enter and scale. Control C that. Let's come over here. Control V. Okay, now we're looking pretty good here. Let's take it down. Control Z a couple times. Back here, Control Z. Image, scale image. We had 275, so let's do 250. Enter. Control Z, or sorry, Control C, Control V, and I think we're looking perfect there. So what we're going to do now is let's zoom in. What I had done is I did the Unified Transform tool, and I had turned it before. So we click the Unified Transform tool, we click on the image, click outside the image, and we're going to just kind of rotate it straight there. Hit the transform button. Okay. Let's come in here like so. Just like that. And let's create this as a layer. And there it is. So let's go back to the background and see how it looks. It looks pretty good. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove his fur that's outside of the face mask there, of course. Looking pretty decent here. I'm just wondering if I should do the freedom isn't political, or if I should come up with a new slogan for it. But I don't know. Maybe we stick with it for now. Let's come to our flag, and so I wonder what fuzzy select will give us if we click in here. Okay, so fuzzy select gives us that. Let's hit delete and see what happens here. Okay, cool. Let's select none. Alright, so we got something. So let's go back to fuzzy select. Let's click here. Let's hit delete. I mean, it should be deleting to transparency. I don't know why it's not. Let's Control Z a couple times. And let's make sure we got an alpha channel here. So let's go to layer transparency, add alpha. Okay. Now let's try with our fuzzy select tool. Click delete. There we go. Try again. Boom. Delete. Boom. Delete. Boom. Delete. Okay. So let's select all, select none here, and we're way closer to where we want to be. So let's come in with an eraser, and let's select our brush as a hard circle. Let's get our size up, because not quite that high, I suppose. Let's come down to like around 100. So let's zoom in to around 100, and what we want to do here is we want to try to get it so our fuzzy select tool can get everything we want. So let's kind of try to bring things in a bit, and let's bring our size down. 35 right now. Okay, let's come in here. We're basically just trying to get our fuzzy select tool to have the best possible, easiest job to help us out here. We will have to do some work on this, but that's fine. But try to minimize the work we have to do. Okay, so let's try our fuzzy select tool now. Click into this area, hit delete. Did it do anything? Fuzzy select is selecting this stuff too. Well, we're gonna have to come in with our eraser. And I suppose fuzzy select has gotten us as far as we can. Let's bring this hardness, or force, way up. Alright, so now we're just going to erase out these lines here. There is tedious parts of making memes, and sometimes you just have to do it. Sometimes there's just not a good enough shortcut, and you just have to put in the work. So we're taking out these lines with the eraser tool. Force is all the way up. Hardness is all the way up. Alright, looking pretty good over here. There's a line there. Yeah, we should probably have just cropped it closer in. Let's do that once we get this line out. So let's view, zoom, let's do 50. And we're going to come closer into the flower here. And we're going to crop. Just to help save us some work here. Hit enter. Perfect. Alright, now let's zoom back in. Zoom even farther. 200. Okay. Now let's come back with our eraser tool. And you can always select, make sure you don't have anti-erase on, and yeah. So eraser erases to background. So we made sure that our background was transparent. Okay, good. We're doing really well. Okay, Control Z that. Just tap tap click. Okay, we're good. Now we're gonna have to come in and get rid of all of that kind of this border around here, but let's save this for now. File, save as, and we're going to save it as HK flower to our meme folder. We're doing pretty well here. Just kind of clean some stuff up a little bit there, clean some stuff up here, and it auto zoom me out. Shift plus a couple times. Sometimes you have to hit shift and plus, and then maybe you have to let go of the shift button and just hit plus for it to actually go. So there's kind of a weirdness with GIMP sometimes. So we're just coming in broad strokes here. And let's shrink our size a little bit. Smaller brush, just whack that paint thinner out of it. And we're coming back. Beautiful. And if you know the reference of whack the paint thinner out of it, leave that in the comments below and you will win a free teeth powder. Alright, just cleaning up here. Like I said, we're going to actually have to come around and really clean up all of these edges. Just something we have to do. But, till then, let's get the inside of these flowers fixed up here first. So, let's view, zoom in to 800. And we're going to get this as good as we can. We're going to bring our brush down to a pixel here. 1 pixel. And we still have the eraser on, so let's see what we can do here. So we're erasing in. We go for high quality. I mean, we're not going to just like half-arse this thing. Like many meme makers do it, and I don't know, I can't half-arse it. I mean, you know, it's one thing about like calling it and being like, okay, well, you know what, that's good enough, but it's a whole nother thing to just be like, screw it, I'm just gonna do a crappy job. A lot of meme makers do that. I mean, I don't really understand it. I don't understand it. You know, it's just weird because I don't even consider myself an artist. I don't even know how I'm here making memes. I think it's just such a powerful weapon, you know, like the new wars are not fought with guns, they're fought with memes. You know, memes are actually powerful weapons. Control Z. So memes are powerful weapons. So maybe that's why I'm wielding them right now. But I mean, it just kind of came out of nowhere, and I was like just good at it, and just right off the bat, and I didn't expect that. You know, I guess my first meme was probably my Satoshi meme of Satoshi Nakamoto, the actual Satoshi in real life, holding a sign saying like, "You guys hurt my family," or Newsweek hurt my family because they did an article linking him to Bitcoin. And he obviously didn't want to be linked to Bitcoin. I believe he was the creator of Bitcoin, by the way. That's why I made the meme about it. Yeah, so that was my first meme ever, I suppose. And, you know, it takes a while. So I didn't even think it was a meme. I didn't really classify it as a meme at the time. I mean, this is a few years ago. This is at like the height of the Bitcoin bubble in, like, I suppose 2017 or so. And I didn't really think of it as a meme because it's just like kind of graphic art, right? So I just kind of thought of it as graphic art, which it is, right? But that's what memes are too. Memes are graphic art, so it is what it is. But I didn't really realize it was a meme, and it took so much effort that it wasn't something that, like, it probably took me like at least 5 hours to make it. And so it wasn't something where I was like, wow, this should be something I do. It was more of like a necessary evil. Like, I wanted to get a cool picture and I was willing to put in the work to do it. But I didn't really think of it as a sustainable thing. Like, oh, I should do this. It just never crossed my mind. I was just glad when it was over, you know. But, you know, I've kind of, Control Z, I've kind of been like that my whole life, I suppose, because I did make some drawings for school, and, you know, I didn't necessarily really like drawing that much, but I liked getting a good result, and I really took my time and, you know, used pencil and erased and blah, 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 and actually got a good result. But again, it took so much effort that I never thought, like, oh, this is something I should, like, do. Because, you know, oh, wow, okay, so remember to unclick once in a while so that you don't have Control Z fever here. But anyway, the reason I didn't really think I was an artist is because things just took me so long to do. You know, like, I had friends that were good at drawing, and they could whip something good out in like a matter of minutes. So that just made me think, wow, well, I just don't have that talent. You know, I just can't whip something out. Like, maybe I could make something look pretty good, but it's going to take me like hours to do. But, you know, and it takes these other people minutes. So how could I have a gift of art? It's just didn't seem like I did. But, you know, there's different, you know, types of art. And, you know, there's different types of artists. And, you know, just because you're not super fast at something and you see other people that are, and they can just whip out stuff really quick, doesn't necessarily mean that you're not an artist. It just means you're a different type of artist than they are. And there's nothing wrong with that. So don't give up, you know, just stick with it, and, you know, eventually you will get faster, I'm sure. You'll get faster, you'll get better, of course. So you know, I'm just trying to take the color off here. You know, we just want to get back to perfectly white. And, you know, what I'll probably do here is I'm erasing as much as I can, kind of in good faith, And I'm going to probably come back with white and actually really just completely white in all of these areas here. You know, so this is high effort. You know, it's just funny because in Reddit, in the Overwatch thing, they're kind of trying to censor it, saying like, oh, that's a low effort post because blah blah blah. Well, it's not low effort. Does this look low effort to you? Is what I'm doing here low effort? Just kind of like making spam or something? No, I mean, this would take me hours to do, like this, just fixing up this image here to get it so that I can paste it into my meme. Probably going to take an hour here, so definitely not low effort. So Reddit is just censoring. They're just making excuses to censor content. That's exactly what Reddit is doing. Exactly what they're doing. Let's make no bones about it. Reddit is honestly the worst censorship I've ever seen is on Reddit. It's like literally you cannot like get a post up. Like it is like a victory if you can actually get a post to go up in a Reddit. Like it's like hallelujah moment. And really the first post, well, I've gotten a couple posts up, but one of the first post I've ever gotten up was this, let's Control Z a couple times, was this, my meme of May that I just showed you not too long ago. And I actually got that up in the Hearthstone Reddit, and it got 70 upvotes. And, let's Control Z. So it got 70 upvotes. I was like, man, this thing's gonna go to the top, and I was just so thankful, and I was so grateful. I was like, man, this is gonna be so awesome. Something I did is getting to the top of a Reddit. But then all of a sudden the mod hammer came and just banned it and said that, oh, this doesn't pertain to Hearthstone, so we're banning it. It's like, geez, 70 upvotes in, you're now banning it just because it gained traction. So it's like impossible. You know, one thing or another, you know, they'll be like, oh, this is too low effort, or oh, this doesn't pertain, or they'll say like, oh, this is political and you can't do that. And you know, so that's one of the reasons why I put on the face like freedom isn't political, because this isn't like a political statement. It's just we want freedom. It's not like down with this government or that government, or we need to elect this person or impeach that person, or you know, those things are political. And even if they are political, I think political speech is free speech. I mean, they're just because you're talking about political things doesn't mean it's not free speech. But at the same token, it's just a BS excuse calling it political, because freedom is not political. It's not a political thing. It's just a natural, it's just a right, you know. So politics maybe have to do with rights, but human rights is its own branch of philosophy. It's just natural philosophy, like the natural rights of creatures, and that's not political. That, you know, even if there was zero politics, even if we're talking about animals, which don't elect leaders or anything, animals also have rights. So to call freedom a political ideology is just not true. It's just a natural right of creatures. So yeah, man, this is this is kind of daunting. You know, we got a lot of work to do. So you know, I'm not going to fast forward, but you can fast forward if you want, and you can just watch me quickly doing this. So up to you. But you know, I'm just grateful. I'm grateful I got the YouTube channel now, and I'm able to sponsor some ads, and I got an Instagram channel, and I'm able to sponsor some ads there for teeth powder. Got a great product. I'm trying to scale up production. I'm just in a pretty good spot right now. I'm just really grateful for the opportunity to do what I love, even if just temporarily, you know, even if this doesn't work out in the long term and I have to get another job, and I'm still gonna keep doing teeth powder, you know, and I hope that never happens, and I don't expect it to happen. I actually expect to be able to continue on. But you know, you never know what the future holds. But I'm just grateful that right now I'm able to do what I love and just taste that freedom that comes with doing what you were meant to do on the face of this planet. And it's just a great feeling. I hope everybody gets to experience it. To be able to quit your job and just be like, you know what, I'm gonna make my own company, and I think I can run a company better than these guys can. So I hope that you someday can experience that as well. So obviously, as you can see, like, we're not cutting any corners here. Like, we're doing a lot of work to get this to be where we want it to be. And there's really not much you can do other than put in the effort, because if I were to just paste this in, you know, I have all this extra garbage on the edge and I can't honestly get it out. I mean, I can get it out. Actually, you know what we'll do is, once we get this to the correct, get it mostly cut out, what we'll do is we'll convert it, since it is white, we'll just convert it to black and white, and then we'll kind of increase the contrast all the way, and or the exposure all the way, and just make it white. You know, all these extra pixels that are the wrong color will become white. But right now we do need to get it down to the correct size, because we don't want to just come in with this extra bloat around the edges. So we do need to make it as correct of a size as possible here. So, you know, we do the effort. You know, this isn't off the cuff memeing. This is true art, and memes are art. And you know, anybody who puts memes down as not real art, I think they should think twice about that, because like I said in previous videos, I think Leonardo da Vinci, if he were around, he would be making memes. So to call it not real art, I think, is disingenuous, because it definitely is. I mean, there's nothing not real about what we're doing here. Alright, so we're taking this color off. Taking the color off. Like so. And what we'll also do is we'll do fuzzy select at the end. Let's Control Z. Okay. We'll do fuzzy select at the end. Try to get rid of any, stray pixels in here. So we'll fuzzy select it out. Hopefully that works well. And we gotta pop up there. And did we lose our spot? Alright, here we go. Just taking this down here to the right size. So really, this extra color out here is a blessing, because this is making sure that we're getting all that extra off, to where when we do convert it all to white, that we don't have this extra junk around the edges. So let's file save as. Let's save as HK flower cut. So save it. I mean, we'll definitely be using this in the future too, I am sure, in future memes. We're gonna keep this Hong Kong thing going. It's I think it's an important cause. We're gonna fight this battle, and we're going to help fight the war. If you can make a meme, you can make art, and that actually helps fight a war. I mean, that's absolutely known, because countries have done that before, where they ban all art that isn't pro-party art. So like communist countries have banned all art, and it's only communist sanctioned art that is allowed, because they know that art is a powerful tool for fighting wars. Basically, info wars, wars of perception, wars of thought, wars of ideas, and that's what propaganda is. And that's why we counter it with our own propaganda, and that is memes in the current age. you know, memes have always existed. They've been political cartoons and other things in the past. And this is just our version of it. This is our version of, you know, pro-liberty propaganda. And this is why communist countries tend to ban this. So, you know, like Xi Jinping banning Winnie the Pooh, you know, that's a form of art censorship that's been around since Soviet times and even before that. So this is the war, you know, and this is actually effective weapons in the war is art, right? And in our case, memes. Art that strikes a chord with people, art that criticizes the powers that be. This is all the type of things that is done. So in this channel, you get to see a behind the scenes look of how much effort it actually takes to make a good meme. And it's not insignificant, as we see. Let's Control Z a little bit. Not insignificant. And if you ever want any of these art assets, like you want this, so you don't have to do all this yourself, please email me at tiefpowder2.0@gmail.com, and I will be happy to send you any kind of assets. And maybe in the future I'll be posting assets somewhere. I'm just, you know, I'm kind of new to this, so I don't know where a good place to paste images for you to use is. Control Z. So, you know, let me know that too. That'd be good to know. I'm not really good from this angle here. This is interesting. Yeah, this is a tough. And again, I'm using a laptop with a trackpad, so there's no excuse that, oh, I don't have the equipment to be able to do this. Like, neither do I, but I make it work. So no excuses. You should get working on memes, because memes are powerful political weapons, and not even political, you know, just weapons for freedom, weapons for humanity, to fight oppression. That's what we're doing. So that's what we are doing. It's a war, you know, and we're fighting in that war, and the memes are our way of doing it. And the powers that be are very afraid of our memes, and they do want to ban them, just like they, you know, non-party art was banned in the past in communist countries. And I think the UK is moving to try to ban memes as well. So we are on the front lines, ladies and gentlemen. The meme makers are the warriors. It's persuasion is what memes are. Control Z. Memes are persuasion. You know, that's why you feel excited when you see a good meme, is because it's powerful, because it actually can accomplish work. Like where you're like, oh dang. You know, the reason you say that, you think that, is because, like, dang, this is going to actually make an impact. You know, the more effort you put in, like just these little things, attention to detail, the more your meme is going to pop. The more people are going to get excited about it and engaged with it. You know, could I hide some of this junk, or, you know, kind of just flub it over? And yeah, but your meme just isn't going to gain as much traction, because people just aren't going to be as excited about it. So if you can make it, Control Z, if you can make it really compelling, people are going to be more apt to share it. People are more apt to get excited over it. And it's going to affect people more. Because, you know, it is effort. You know, it's effort. And that's we're making, you know, art weapons here. And it takes effort, and people notice that. They notice the effort you put into it, and that helps also convince people, persuade people. I'm curious what you think about the Hong Kong Blizzard fiasco and stuff that's going on. I just think it's awesome because it's the perfect combination of the pro-freedom community, the liberty community, and the gaming community. And the gaming community tends to be pro-freedom, you know, pro-customer, you know, the gamer mentality nowadays is very similar to the freedom mentality. So these two things coming together, gaming and freedom protests, is really a match made in heaven here. So that's why I'm really grateful for this whole Blizzard fiasco, as it's really gotten gamers aware of injustices in the world, and it's really going to have a big impact going forward, getting the gamers who are extremely passionate on the side of freedom and fighting for freedom in movements worldwide, you know. And the gamers also are memers to a big extent, so they'll also be able to fight in that battle as well, and to help movements like Catalonia, to help movements like Hong Kong, to help movements like Brexit. You know, the memers coming in is the heavy artillery. So that's why what we're doing is very important. You know, we're not fighting for politics, we're fighting for freedom. You know, I wouldn't do this for somebody's campaign or something. This is just a human right of freedom, and that's what we're fighting for. A human right of not being censored, a human right of free speech and free expression. Control Z. So we're continuing on and just removing the excess from around the edges. And, you know, this process is going to take significant time, but we will have a shortcut at the end once we get this down to reasonable size here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to convert it all to white. Well, before we do that, we're going to fuzzy select, make sure we get rid of any of these stray pixels that I'm missing here. Don't want stray pixels, not good. Stray pixels are not good. And we continue on. Just getting rid of all these happy pixels here. Happy pixels. Happy eraser. Erasing said happy pixels. Yeah, I don't really know why people fast forward when they're doing tedious things. I mean, I think people have the right to know how much work things really take. So, you know, why would I fast forward through the tedious parts? Like, I don't know. I just don't think that that's honest in some sense. And also just, I don't think people want you to fast forward. Like, if they want you to fast forward, they can fast forward on their own. They have that tool, do they not? They have that tool. So they can be fast forwarding on their own if they want such a thing. But sometimes people just want to see the whole process, and you know, maybe they're watching in the background, they're doing other things. It's really not a big problem. So let's file save here, and let's just zoom out, just see really what we're working with here. Let's zoom to 50. And so, you know, we're absolutely getting there. We're definitely getting there. It's just a process. So I think we did this one leaf here. Pretty sure that's what we just did. Yes, that does look like what we just did. So we got one leaf down, and we've got 4 more to go. So, you know, but the point is that we can reuse this asset. You know, this is just, it's an asset that we're probably going to use in several memes here. So let's go ahead and zoom back in out to 800, and let's come over to our next leaf. See, even if we converted this all to white, look how much junk there is here. It's just a low quality meme, low effort, to use the words of Reddit moderators. We're just not low effort people, you know. We're doing this because we want to be doing it. So, you know, why would we try to take shortcuts that are just going to make things lower quality, right? We're high quality people, you know, and I'm definitely high quality when it comes to, you know, designing products and stuff, like my teeth powder, TEEF POWDER. You can just, you know, search that in DuckDuckGo, and you can find all sorts of places to buy it. You can buy it on eBay. You can buy it on, let's Control Z. You can buy it on Amazon. You can buy it on my website. So there's no excuse not to try it. I mean, on my website I have a $4 pack, so you can definitely just try it out, right? So there's no reason not to. So let's try to get this interior here first. I think fuzzy select is just kind of, Control Z. Fuzzy select is just kind of wimpy, you know, so it's not really going right to the color you want. It's just getting all this extra pixels here, so that's why we have to clean it up. Sad that we have to, but if you want to make high quality meme, I really don't know of an easier way to do it. You just have to put in the effort. You know, you have to put in the effort. That's the key to meme making here. Putting in the effort. You get out of it what you put into it. So if you spend a lot of time, people are going to notice. People are going to take notice, and they're going to upvote you, and they're going to share it, and they're going to it's going to affect them. It's going to excite them. It's going to get them riled up, and that's what we're going for here. We're going for impact, right? And the more time you spend on something, the more attention to detail, the higher impact what you're doing is going to have. And that it doesn't matter what you're doing, you know. If you're putting a lot of time and effort into it, it's going to have a high impact. It's going to improve people's lives. So always prioritize that, and not just getting content out. You know, it's quality, and it's how much time you spend, and it's how relevant it is, and all sorts of factors. So do what you can do. Do the best, be the best that you can be here. So we are in the midst of fixing up an image for use in a meme, and really probably, you know, in a lot of instances this is the part that takes the very, very most time, and it's just the way it is. And you know, I don't know of any shortcut that can give us the quality that we're achieving right here. You know, we could you know, convert things to black and white, and then work on the contrast or deleting the black or whatever, and you know, it's possible to probably do a shortcut of this, but I don't think we would get this quality. I mean, we already tried doing fuzzy select tool, and it already gave us this as its best approximation. So it's just, things in automated ways are just never going to be as good as like manually doing something. And plus, the manually doing something kind of has a personality of its own. It kind of introduces randomness, and that helps actually things look less cookie cutter, less contrived, and it looks more organic because there is some random variations here and there. It's not algorithmic variations, if you know what I mean. Like something with it's hard to explain really, but algorithms, and algorithms can be things like color to alpha or fuzzy select is an algorithm, so algorithms, they're contrived, and people can tell that. So coming in manually really changes things, really improves things, and it adds this kind of analog component to it. And that's the shift to analog from digital. Digital is very contrived, it's very incremental, it's very blocky, it's very chunky, and analog has personality, right? So thus the push to analog items, is that push to have some type of personality, have something handcrafted. It's a pretty powerful driver right now, and not only the culture but also the economy. People want things that are handcrafted. They want things that people actually put work into, didn't just mass manufacture, and that actually adds some value, like made with love. Can you really taste if something is handmade? I believe you can, and it's not necessarily love, but it's handmade, it's passion, it's you can just tell that there's something not mass manufactured about it, something unique about it, something, and that is what people want. They want a unique factor, Like if you were to make something, everything has a unique serial number or something. That also is an aspect there that people like. Is it becomes more collectible. This is number 576. People kind of get a sense of how it's made. They kind of get a sense of how rare it is, etc. And rareness is another thing. Mass manufacture, cookie cutter. There's no rareness. There's no scarcity there. So when something's handmade, there's this scarcity, there's this sunk cost investment that people can just sense. Alright, so we got that interior carved out there. That was some work there, so let's save. Just keep going around. Keep on keeping on. Your fingers will get a workout from all this work too, so that's a benefit. It's also a good way to put yourself to sleep. Like if you have a problem sleeping, let's Control Z. Making memes can make you sleepy, and you like making a meme for a while and be like, what, I kind of want to take a nap, or I want to go to bed, and we'll work on this in the morning. So it's interesting in that way. It's very calming, it's very soothing, and this is a time where we need calming, soothing things, right? So if you can do this and it calms you and soothes you, what better hobby, right, than to do something that improves your life, your health, etc. Sleeping is so important. So important. Sleeping is where you get all your good ideas, Like if you're not sleeping, you're not hitting REM sleep, you're not living life to your fullest potential, because there's so much that you will learn in your REM sleep. There's so much information that will be given to you in your REM sleep. If you're spending a lot of time on something and passionate about something, you will get better from REM sleep. If you don't sleep or you're not getting REM sleep, you're not going to get better at what you're doing. You're just going to keep doing things the same way you've always done them. But REM sleep helps unlock new ideas and new ways to improve things. So if you like improving, if you like moving forward, if you like improvement, change, etc., growth, then you're going to need REM sleep. Chances are you're not getting enough of it. You know, our modern society, nutrient deficiencies and overloads, such as iron overload, which I believe I have, things can absolutely affect your REM sleep, and especially with all of the radio frequencies and everything, and the hormones. And another thing, big thing, is birth control. And there's 25% of all children are born to a woman who is currently on birth control. Not to mention all of the children that are born to women who were recently on birth control. So that also affects the hormones. It's got much more circulating estrogen. And that's going to be transferred to the baby, especially if that baby was born or was conceived in the womb while the woman was on birth control. Like I said, birth control only has 90%. Control Z, 90% effectiveness rate. So that means 10% of the time, if let's say you were, doing that sort of activity, and you would get pregnant once every 2 years, let's say. If you're taking birth control, you get pregnant once every 20 years. So chances are that you probably will get pregnant if you're taking birth control and you're doing such and such activities. Chances are you will actually get pregnant, and that's why that's one of the reasons for that abortion clinics are around, is because this is such a big issue, is that people don't realize that birth control is not that effective, and they're going to get pregnant, and lots of them are willing to kill, murder in order to not have that child. So that's really sad. But what's even almost as sad as that fact is that so many children are being born to women who are either on birth control or recently on birth control, and their health for the rest of their life is negatively impacted severely because of that. And I believe I was probably one of those children as well. One of those children. And life has not been easy, and health has been a challenge my whole life, and that's why I've been so into health, is because my health is so such a problem. And I think hemochromatosis and also G6PD and many of these very common genetic problems are actually caused by that exposure to high levels of estrogen in the womb, unnatural levels of estrogen. I mean, if you get pregnant when you're taking hormones that would typically prevent you from getting pregnant, there's a reason why high hormones prevent you from getting pregnant, is because it will affect the baby in a negative way, probably mess up with the genetics of that baby. So for you to be taking excessive levels of hormones to try to prevent pregnancy, and then pregnancy actually does happen, or you discontinue it for a month or something and then try to get pregnant, the baby's going to have severe consequences from that. And that's the whole millennial generation, why we're quote unquote considered lazy by the baby boomers, is because the baby boomers were the ones who were trying to take birth control, and they were the ones that created this problem in the millennial generation of this hormone imbalance, and not only hormone imbalance, but genetic defects caused by estrogen in the womb. It's just kind of crazy we talk about this. I mean, we're making a meme here, and I'm really just going off on health stuff over here. But, it's important stuff, and things that need to be talked about, things that need to be understood, and, sorry, not sorry. So that's where we're at right now. So we're continuing to just take as much of this color off as we can, and we're just thankful that the color is here so that it can help us to see where exactly to take this down, because if this were all perfectly white, we wouldn't really be able to know how to cut this down to its correct size here. And of course, not only letting go of the clicker so that once in a while, say Control-Z doesn't take you back too far. Definitely always remember to save just in case anything happens here. The program could crash. The computer could crash. Like, who knows what sort of bad things could happen. So always make sure to keep saving. If you know what that is a reference to, a certain YouTuber, let me know in the comments below, and you will get a free teeth powder shipped to your door. Keep blank. What YouTuber is that referencing? Curious if you will know what YouTuber I am referring to. YouTube is a very, very censored place. I mean, it's not as censored as Reddit, not even close. I mean, you can post things to YouTube. It's just the algorithm's going to nail you, and you're just not going to get any views. You're just not going to get any views. That's how YouTube censorship works. But Reddit, it's literally the moderators, Control-Z. Literally moderators of Reddit come and just strike you down in Reddit. Censorship. And then if you're saying something unpopular, like let's say you're predicting something, like you go into the Borderlands 3 Reddit and you're predicting, I think Borderlands 3 is going to be unfinished when it's released and it's going to be full of bugs, you get totally downvoted, but then later on you are actually correct. So this downvoting also is part of the censorship, because then you, like lots of subreddits, you can't post if you have under a certain amount of karma, and if you're getting downvoted for your correct but unpopular opinions, you're not going to be able to post. So it's just it's like the most uber censored place on the internet. I don't know why there's so many people hang out there. I guess it's gained such momentum and such popularity that everybody just tries to be there, because that's where Control-Z, where all the eyeballs are, and so they feel like they have to be there. And, you know, and it's kind of true. They do have to try to be there because that's where everybody is. And that's why we're posting there, even though we know how censored it is. We still are making memes for Reddit because it just gets so much visibility there organically, right? And you can sponsor posts. I honestly don't want to give any money to Reddit because of how horribly I'd rather give money to YouTube before I give money to Reddit, you know. Horribly censored Reddit is. It is the literal worst ghetto of the internet. The worst one. I haven't seen anything worse than censorship than Reddit. I mean, like, literally, like, 1 out of 10 of my posts actually stays up on Reddit. Like, literally 1 out of 10. I mean, you can leave comments all day long on Reddit, but if you're trying to actually make a post, make content, you're gonna get struck to heck and back, man. It is so censored. They just don't want anybody posting, like, posts. That's really what's comes down to. They just... But, I mean, posts are the life of Reddit, so it's like if they are really coming down so hard on people making posts, and people just give up eventually, then guess what? Reddit is over. So I think we're nearing the end of this second flower leaf here. Flower petal, which is awesome, and very, very good. Which is awesome. So I think we got 2 done now. So we're going to take a little break here, and we will be right. And we are back. It's about the 1 hour mark on our journey to create Pandaren meme. Coming at you again with the eraser. We're going to start the next flower petal. Coming in hot with that eraser. We are going to take this flower petal down to where it should be. memes are power. Memes are fun. Fun is strength. Remember to unclick on your left click. I always forget to. We're on a size of 1, by the way, just so you know. We're on the pixel brush. We're zoomed in at 800%. And we're doing intricate work here. We're cleaning up the edges. We're going to convert this all to white. And then we're going to fuzzy select it, and we're going to paste it into our meme. Just a reminder, this is what our meme is looking like currently. We're doing work, boys. Pandaren is coming, and he's gonna wreck. Pandaren is going to wreck. He's joining the movement because his friend May was disappeared from the Hearthstone Reddit. Pandaren is coming, and he's coming for glory. He's coming for victory. And Pandaren is coming for vengeance for his friend May's disappearance. Pandaren didn't want to enter the fray. He wanted to stay out of it, but the fray came to him when his friend May was disappeared from the Hearthstone Reddit. Pandaren is coming in strength and in the wisdom of the bamboo forest. Pandaren is coming. He's coming swiftly. His vengeance will be complete. Pandaren. With the knowledge of the ancients, he comes into the fray. The battle, as it were. He's coming for glory. He's coming for vengeance. He's coming for power. He's coming for support of the people and in support of freedom. In support of freedom, Pandaren rises. The sleeping giant awakes. Pandaren's counting on us to create the best meme. The very best meme. Pandaren awakens. He's come back from Pandaria to save his friends. To deliver his friends from bondage, of slavery, of oppression. Pandaren comes to rectify all that. He comes to lead his people to victory. Pandaren will sleep no longer. Pandaren will sit on the sidelines for no longer. Pandaren's coming. Make no mistake, Pandaren is strong. Pandaren comes. Slowly but surely. Pandaren finds his strength in his energy ball. Pandaren knows the fight will be long, the fight will be hard, but the fight is worth it. The fight for the future, every generation struggle. And if one generation skips its duty, the next generation will have to make it up, and they will make it up. As the baby boomers try to ride out their easy life. Pandaren the Millennial comes in as the elder of Generation Z. Pandaren lays down the framework for power and beauty, and standing up for what you believe in. Pandaren shows us the way. Be with us, says Pandaren. Come with me, and we shall see victory in this place. We will see victory in Hearthstone. We will see victory in Overwatch. We will see victory in Classic WoW. And everybody forgets about BFA because it's just garbage. I've come back from the mists of Pandaren, and I have a message. And that is, Mark Kern is the true leader of Blizzard. J. Allen Brack is a fraud, and Activision is a slaver. I've come back from Pandaria to join in the fight, to join the movement. Because I'm sick of being in BFA. And I'm coming. Coming for vengeance. Coming for justice. Coming for my friends who were censored, who were squelched, who were silenced. Pandaren will have it no longer. Pandaren has joined the movement. Pandaren is going hard. Well, this angle's gonna be tough up here, huh? You know, when in doubt, just glance. Just glance it. Just take off just the outermost. You don't need to go in too far. Don't need to push too hard. Just glance it. Pandaren awakens, yes. Pandaren the Great. Pandaren the Wise. Pandaren joins the movement. For his friends. It's just funny to me, though, how Blizzard censored not only just like any person just doing something, you know, but they honestly censored the winner of the Hearthstone Championship. I mean, do they honestly not expect at least the Hearthstone community to be a little ticked by that? The #1 player, the winner, gets censored by Blizzard. You know, maybe this would have blown over if it was just like a small player doing something, but literally the winner, I mean, when you win a tournament, you win the right to kind of say whatever you want, you know, like when somebody wins the Oscar or whatever, they're not really censored. I mean, they are to an extent because, you know, they can cut to break or whatever, or they can shut down the mic, but are you gonna think that if somebody like in the Oscars says like, I want to thank this person, and impeach Trump, you know, do you honestly think they're gonna like take away their Oscar? You think they're gonna take away the Oscar? I don't think so. I mean, you know, the best thing they can do is just cut the mic, you know, and even then people get mad for the censorship. But this is like Blizzard did the equivalent of like take away the Oscar, like take away all proceeds from the movie that the person made. Like, this is ridiculous, dude. And you wonder why there's backlash. You wonder why. Because it's Chinese-style censorship, and it's just absolutely interesting to see an American company do Chinese-style censorship because they want to appease the Chinese government. That is incredible. Incredibly horrifying. And that's why Pandaren has joined the movement. I mean, that's the reason. Because Pandaren is just fed up with it. I mean, he's slept for so long in those beautiful bamboo forests, but he's in Pandaria, but he's coming back, you know. He's coming back to fight for his friends, man. He's angry, you know. Pandaren, he's pissed right now. And he's gonna do some wrecking. He's gonna do some wrecking. He's gonna wreck. Pandaren is going to wreck. Pandaren be wrecking, dude. We just need to get this out. We need to get this up. We need to get it high quality. Let's go, boys. Pandaren is coming. And there's no stopping his rise. There's no stopping the rise of Pandaren. Pandaren the wise, Pandaren the great, Pandaren the grey, fighting battles for freedom. Pandaren leads the troops. Pandaren leads the stray. Pandaren leads the fray, leads the battle, he leads a campaign. This is Pandaren. Pandaren has found his true voice. Pandaren has found his true power. His true friends. He knows who his friends are now. Those that turn a blind eye are Pandaren's enemies. Those who stand up for what's right, Pandaren's true friends. Pandaren is patiently awaiting us to make his crystal ball complete. With a symbol of freedom, with a symbol of his friends, Pandaren rises as the strongest advocate for freedom the world has ever seen. Oh, Control Z is Pandaren's friend as well. And we're just gonna push through this. We're gonna get this meme made. We gotta get it made. We gotta get it up on the Hearthstone Reddit. We're looking for battle will be waged. Pandaren will be victorious. As the leader of the armies of the north, Pandaren will rise. And Pandaren will rally the troops. Pandaren will lead the way. Pandaren will be known as a movement of freedom. A movement of pride and freedom. Not national pride of any one country, but pride of his countrymen. Pride of his friends and his frenemies. Pandaren the Great, Pandaren the Wise, Pandaren the Grey. There's no stopping the rise of freedom worldwide. 1776. For the Horde. For the Alliance. We come together. The mainstream media. The Horde. The GOP. the Alliance fight against freedom worldwide. But Pandaren will rise, and Pandaren will fight, and this and that and the other thing as well. And he is rising, and we are giving him a home. A hero is born, a hero awakens, a hero mounts up, dons his armor, fights for his friends, for May. The leader in this fight, the original. But Pandaren will take the reins and become stronger than all of them, and will lead his friends into battle. There's no stopping the movement. It's called the Streisand effect. The more they clamp down, the more they censor. The more people come into the ranks of those who are protesting, those who are resisting. Pandaren is one of those. He would have just been happy to play his Hearthstone game. But when his friend May was censored for what she believed in, what Pandaren was also believing in, Pandaren was activated, and Pandaren joined the fray. And Pandaren will take the lead and will do work. The Streisand effect, as it were. Heel versus babyface taught us that, yes. And Pandaren also watches heel versus babyface, as well as other controversial YouTubers such as The Quartering and Layman Gaming and Young Yeah. Pandaren believes in these YouTubers, Clean Prince Gaming, and others. Because Pandaren cares about freedom, and he cares about the players above all else. Pandaren cares about the players because the players take care of him. The players have his back. The players use him to great victory. And so Pandaren has a loyalty to the players, to the fans of the game, to the champion who is censored. Pandaren will not rest until he has achieved his goal, and that is freedom worldwide. It's too late, Blizzard. It's not enough now to reinstate Blitzchung, but now we will fight until there is freedom worldwide. And we will see it through. We will see it through. We will see it through. Pandaren will see it through. Control Z. Just breathe and Control Z. Good, good, good. We got another Petal of the flower completed. We have 3 petals down. I believe 2 petals to go. And we will push through. We will conquer this task. And we will take this down to the correct levels. And we will file save. And we will take a breath and control Z. The fight is long, the fight is hard, but we have to rise up, and we have to stay the course until our brothers and sisters are free. That is a quote from Pandaren. We must rise up and support our brothers and sisters that have fallen in battle, such as May. We will see the day when all men and women are created equal, endowed by their Creator with inalienable rights such as life, liberty, property. These are the natural rights of humanity, and we will not stop until all of our brothers and sisters have seen that in their own place, their own home. Freedom, and we will see it. We won't stop until it's completed. And we will fight the war. We will fight the battle. And more will join us as they see our passion and they see our devotion and they see the work that we're putting into this. More will join. More will rise. And we will find more and more that our brothers and sisters are joining the fight, joining the movement. The movement is great. And it's not going to be a small amount of people. It's going to be a large amount. Yes. A large amount. I suppose I could be using a bigger brush, shall I? Let's go up to 3. Maybe there's a reason they like to put 3 as some of their things. Maybe there is a reason for the 3 brush. Maybe it is supporting our goal in getting Pandaren into battle as fast as we can. Pandaren the Grey, the wise sage, hailing from Pandaria, from the mists of the bamboo forests, Pandaren rises. Pandaren knows, and he will always be at the forefront of what we are doing. Pandaren the Great, Pandaren the Wise, Pandaren the Strong will lead us into battle. Will lead us into victory. File save. Making good progress on this flower petal. I suppose that fuzzy select works best with high contrast colors. That's why this dark color here, this blackish color, is much easier, much smaller of a thing than the other colors were. But yeah, also this 3-pixel brush is way better. I think there's a reason they have the 3-pixel brush. It's quite a work. Yeah, see, yeah, the dark color was much better at fuzzy select. Ooh, Control Z that. Just push through. It takes a while. It takes a lot of tedious work, but we must push through. We must be victorious. Control Z. Oh boy. As if the 3-pixel brush was made to fix fuzzy select, isn't it? It's as if. The 3-pixel brush has really helped us so much. This is so much faster. And we will get Pandaren into battle much quicker. It's a learning process. Experiment. Try new things. Man, I used to love Blizzard. I was a huge Diablo fan. Played Diablo 1 before Diablo 2 ever came out. And I played Diablo 2 for many years. Many years. I quit around the time they got rid of Uber runs. I don't remember what year that was. It's never good to nerf your game, ever. Never. Nerf, especially emergent content, like Uber runs. I mean, that was the reason so many people played, was that. And then they just nerf it. Is it a surprise that everybody quit? You don't understand. I just don't get it. Don't know what they're looking for, you know. It's emergent content, you know. You can't censor emergent content. I mean, you can, but to your own detriment. Emergent content is what the players have decided on. It's some of the most holy and spiritual aspects of games that there are. Emergent content, things that the developers didn't foresee or intend. It's so special in games. It's the most special thing. It's more special than developer created content. Would you delete content that the developers created? Yet deleting content that the players created is even worse. Don't do it. Don't do it. And there we have it. Another petal is completed. I'd say that's the record time right there for one. File save. Shift, minus. And then let go of shift and continue clicking minus. We're doing quite well, boys. We just have really one left. This one here. And then what we're going to do is convert it all. Well, first we're going to fuzzy select it. See if we can get it all. And then we are going to convert it all to white. And no, that's not a racist statement. We are right now in the wax off phase. We will soon be in the wax on phase. We're preparing Pandaren for battle, sharpening his weapons and strengthening his armor. We will prepare Pandaren to enter the fray. In his first debut. Control Z, that, yes. Indeed, we control Z. Stay calm when you destroy your entire work. And control Z. Baby boomers have prepared us, they've taught us. But don't do as they do, do as they say. And they teach you about censorship of the past. And learn from it. And fight your own battles. Don't do as they do and just lay at home on the couch doing nothing, collecting their pension. Don't do as they do. But learn. Be better. Be stronger. Be more devoted and more principled for things that matter. The matter indeed. Shift plus again, I'm using a laptop with its own built-in trackpad. If I can do it, you can do it. You don't need any special tools, any special mouse or anything. Just do it. Download GIMP and just work. There's no excuse. Join Pandaren in the fight. You owe it to him to join him in battle. If you're liking the music in the background, that's trance music, T-R-A-N-C-E. Motivates me and inspires me, that's why I listen to it. Making our way quickly around the rallying cry of Pandaren. I think the 3-pixel thing is just perfect for this use here, isn't it? Join the fight for freedom with Pandaren. He calls you into battle. He's amassing an army. He's amassing a movement. Amassing a group of friends who will fight together, die together. Will you heed his call? Will you take Pandaren's banner into battle? Will you fight for freedom of your friends with Pandaren? Or will you sit on the sidelines once more, thinking of counting the costs of battle, what could be lost when you refuse to see what could be gained by your help, by your friendship? Do you refuse to see the benefits and instead focus on the risks? Is that your lot in life? To be stuck on the sidelines, too afraid to make a difference, because you're afraid of the possible negative consequences. Appears we are almost done. And this will be the longest part of this process. Getting those assets prepared is always the longest part. Always. Making a meme. Remember to unclick once in a while, so your Control Z isn't a terrible nightmare. Doing good, ladies and gentlemen. Let's save. Is that it? Did we do it? Did we do it? Did we? I suppose we did. Shift minus, and then unshift, and then just hit minus a few times. Interesting. I think we have achieved our goal. Have we not? Now, we're going to try a fuzzy select. I think we got it, boys. Control C, file, new. Okay. Control V. Zoom out. Control V. Why? Control C. Oh, maybe it's selecting the background. Huh. Control. Maybe we're control clicking fuzzy. Is that not working? Control C. Control V. Why do I not see anything? Select none. Well, yeah, I suppose it's just selecting the background, isn't it? One thing we could do is just kind of connect them all in the middle, but I don't want to do that. Let's just work with what we got here. So we saved it, right? So what I want to do now is let's work with the colors. How about we do exposure all the way up. To 100, I suppose, right? He goes past 100, no? Okay, let's just hit OK. So let's zoom in. Yeah, okay. So yeah, everything's white now. I mean, that's good, but we need to come in with our eraser and clean this stuff up, don't we? Let's increase the size a little bit. We gotta come in and clean stuff up a bit. Yep. But other than that, I think it looks quite good. Quite good indeed. But, you know, this cleanup process is going to take a little while. I like how it also has, the edges are slightly transparent, which is good. That'll help with our blending. So no complaints, really. I'm definitely saving it where it's at right now. This is good stuff. It's all white, so that's what we wanted. I honestly didn't expect for there to be this much work cleaning it up, but it is what it is. I mean, we're getting ourselves a very nice asset that we'll definitely use again. So it's worth it to spend the time to make it nice. And this will get lessened where when we were using the 3-pixel brush. This will be an easier process there because I don't think we'll have many missed pixels there. Control Z, my friends. Stay calm and Control Z. Don't freak out. Stay calm. Lots of missed pixels, huh? We're pushing through this, ladies and gentlemen. We want Pandaren to come quickly into battle. We're going to go on the outside edges first, and then we'll come back for the inner stuff. Is that it? Did we get all this? Looks like we did. It's a lot of work, right? No doubt. It's a lot of work. Control Z all that. We're not really trying to make a new line, we're just trying to clean up extra pixels. Don't forget it. Honestly, my brush can be smaller. Let's bring it down to 2. You're changing, I'm changing. The world is changing. Are you activated yet? Because if you aren't yet, I don't know. Maybe this is only the first wave, but you're falling behind. It's time to activate. You join your friends, your people, fighting for freedom. Will you? If you make a mistake and you can't control Z because you don't want to lose what you've done, you can always click anti-erase. So you go down here to, I'm in the eraser tool, you go to, my toolbar here is messing up. But you can go down here to anti-erase and you can use that in order, instead of control Z, if you don't catch something right away. Or you just want to wax on, wax off, you know, a little erase, a little anti-erase, you know. It's always important. That's how you get some good results sometimes, is that wax on, wax off approach.
Well, that was a good way to get it all white, wasn't it? We didn't have to come in with a white pencil or something. White brush. That really worked. But we still have a lot of work getting rid of all these stray pixels, huh? Not an easy job. But like I said, I believe our job will get easier when we get to the places where we started using the 3-pixel brush. Alright, next. This is the one we might have done, I think, 3-pixel brush. Should be pretty clean. Yeah, it's much cleaner. Pretty much just cruising around it at this point. There's a pixel. Pixel here. Pixel there. Much fewer. Much fewer. We're making it, boys and girls. We're getting there. We are getting there. There's a pixel there. And we're done with another petal. Good, good, good. Next. I think this one was also a 3-pixeler, so this one should be pretty easy. Easy indeed. It's looking very clean. Did a good job on this one. Very clean. I just like what, 1 pixel I cleaned up. There's a couple. That's where I think I started with the 3-pixeler. Right here, yeah. I'm getting more dead pixels here. Dead pixels. Straight pixels is a better word for it. There we go, there's some there. File save. You know, something, you do all this work, you can make t-shirts out of this sort of thing too. By the way, But anyway, like I said, email me teefpowder2.0@gmail.com if you want this file, because I don't want you to have to do this on your own here. Maybe you got a better way. Maybe it's much easier than I think it is, but I don't think it is. If you want a high quality result. Fuzzy select is only so good. It is by definition fuzzy, so we want to crispen it up a bit. Crispin, old friend of mine, is named Crispin. I guess it's a Native American name, Crispin. I think he was Apache. From the Apache tribe. Cleaning up these edges. Stray pixels. With our eraser tool. I guess if nothing else, this video shows just how much effort really goes into memes. But not only that, what I wanted to show you is that you can do it. I mean, it's just step by step. It's tedious, but that's pretty much anything we're doing. It's tedious, right? Manufacturing is tedious, but products have to get manufactured. So the people who are willing to do the tedious stuff are the ones who make it, who make the money, who become successful. People who don't want to do tedious things, well, they end up not doing anything, really. So, the opportunity is in the tedium. You know, was it tedious for Da Vinci to paint the Mona Lisa? It took him over a decade to complete. I'd call that tedious. It's tedious. But, like I said, that's where everything is in that tedium. I think I went around that side, right? I think so. Next. Wait, didn't we came from this way, I think. Next. Ah, that's fine. Is this one done? No, I don't think it is. Starting to get lost. I don't know what I've done and what I haven't done. I feel like this one's already been done. I don't even know where I am in the image. Let's zoom out. Okay. I think those two... I think we were working our way around this way. I think... Is this one done? Hard to tell. I don't think it is. Let's zoom in. Gosh, I mean, that seems pretty done to me. Control Z that. Gosh, that's pretty done. Alright, let's go to this next one over here. Don't think this one's done. Just looks pretty done. So next step is going inside and clearing up the innards. This trek is pretty long in here, isn't it? There we go. Alright. Let's go to the next one. View, zoom. 1600, boys. And we pretty much lost your spot. Okay, there we go. Let's go to anti-erase down here. Let's get this little guy here. Yeah, fix that up. There we go. Wax on, wax off, right, boys? A lot of work to do in here. I think this is the first meme that I've done significant work at 1600x. Before, really, the highest I went is 800. Okay, one more down. Let's continue on. Okay. Next. Control Z. Alright, good. Shift minus. Next. Shift plus. Shift minus. That's pretty clear there. Next. Well, that's looking pretty clear too. Maybe I'm just not zoomed in enough, but honestly at this point, I don't quite care. Next. I'm just not seeing anything. Next. What incarnation? Here I'm seeing a little bit. Not much though. Maybe we got them all. Shift minus. I suppose we did. I don't know, man. It's hard to know where we've been, where we're going, where we're headed. I say we're good. So, file safe. Man, that was tough. Zoom, 50%, or 25. Okay, we got something. Okay. Whew. Control C. Control V. Oh my. Control Z. Let's go back. File, image, scale image. Let's say 200 and see what that does. Control C. Control V. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Ooh, that looks good. I like that. I really like that. Let's create that as a layer. Nice. Okay, so let's go to background. That's almost like good right there, you know? It's like, what else do we need, right? Oh man. You know what I kind of want to do is I want to kind of get some of this glow into this face mask here. That is kind of what I want to try for. But first, before we mess with anything, let's get some of this hair down on the face mask. You know, maybe I kind of want to outline it, you know? Maybe I kind of want to try to outline it. Let's first, let's Control C this. Let's Control V it over here. Okay, actually, yeah, no, that is what we want to do. Now we go in here, we Control Z here. I want to bring it back to its original size. Okay, so now here, let's just make it part, let's drop it down, let's click it out. Zoom to 200%. Why can't I click? Select all. Select. Okay, clicked. I just clicked out. Okay. So what I want to do is I kind of want to outline it. So if we fuzzy select, what the heck is this selecting? What? Let's go to DuckDuckGo and type in how to outline in GIMP. How do I outline images in GIMP? Outline text in GIMP. Take a look at that. Okay, so you got your text. Set the foreground color. Go to your toolbox and set the foreground color, the color you like the border to be. Where is that? Okay. Control Z. Control Z again. Okay, let's create this as a layer. Maybe that's going to help us. Oh. Okay. Pause the video here for a sec. I'm going to try to figure this out on my own here. Back, and I figured out how to do it. So let's get on with it. So let's Control C this. Oh, Control Z. Control C this. File, new. Okay. Control V. Let's click it down. Just click. I don't know why it's not working. Select all. Click. Why can't I click it down? Maybe what we could do here is right click this and hit merge down. Doesn't work. Okay. Yeah. Let's try something else. Okay, we clicked that and that worked. Alright, now we got our new thing. So now what we're gonna do is we're going to go to filters, and go to edge detect, and we'll go to difference of Gaussians. Okay, let's get our first Gaussian. Let's take them down all the way. Are we getting anything? Yeah, it just turns it black. Like, why is that? How about let's cancel that. Select none. Cancel. Stupid. Oh, let's try something in not the difference in Gaussians. Edge detect, edge. Okay. What if we just hit OK? You know? Why is it doing this? Why is it doing this? Control Z. Edge detect. Image gradient. I don't know. Let's just try some stuff. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Not really what I was looking for. Control Z that. Control Z. Alright. Select none. Maybe cancel. See, maybe our problem is that we have a floating selection right here. So let's try to click down. Okay. Alright, now we got it. Okay, so let's try it now. Filters, edge detect, difference of Gaussians. Why does it just freaking make it black, dude? Really? Really though? Game of hack? I don't know. Okay. Shoot, dude. I don't know, man. Control Z. Well, let's try fuzzy select. I mean, why not give it a shot? And then let's do layers, edge detect, difference of Gaussians. Okay, okay. Now we might be getting somewhere. Let's mess with these radiuses a little bit. There we go. That's what we want. Just a slight thing. We don't need much. Let's hit OK for now. Click it down. No. Let's select none. Okay. Now that's actually pretty good right there. So let's control C this. Let's make a new one and we'll scale it down. We needed to keep it scaled up so that we could get the lines into these little areas there. Control V. Okay, now let's merge it down by cancel. Let's click this tool and hit OK and just click it. Alright, now we got it. Now, image, scale image. I don't know what it was, 200. Control C. Let's see how that looks over here. Control V. Let's move it in. That looks really good. Let's create that as a new layer. I'll go to background. Yeah, so it's showing up a lot more now. You see, you can definitely see it now. So that's huge. That's way, way, way better. But I still want to give it a little bit more of an outline than that. So let's go back to our filters and edge detect, difference of Gaussians, and okay. Cancel. Let's control Z a little bit. Control Z, control Z, control Z, control Z. Are we getting anywhere here? Control Z. Okay, maybe now we do the thing, the edge detect, different Gaussians. Yeah, actually, maybe that works. Let's bring up our radius 2 a little bit, and then we'll bring up our radius 1. Yeah, let's bring it to around 20. And let's hit OK. Alright, now let's click it down. Cancel. Use this tool, click it down. How about we use the move tool, click it down. How about we hit select none? There we go. Alright, let's control C this. File, new. And let's control V. And now we're going to click it down by just clicking. No. Clicking. How about select none? Select all. Select none. Click down. Click. Freaking. There we go. Sometimes you just have to use different tools and click. Okay. Now let's scale image back to 200. Scale. Control C. Let's bring it over. Let's control Z here a couple times, and let's control V. Bring in our new looking thing. And let's see how this looks. Let me get it lined up in here. And let's create that as a layer. And go back to background. That's looking pretty good, really. I mean, I like it. I like it a lot. I would like to get some green on this here, so we'll do that. We'll try that out. We'll see what we can do there. First step, I like it. I like it. I think we should keep it looking like that. It looks nice. Now what we're gonna do first is we're going to zoom to 400 here. We're gonna come up, and what we need to do is get some of these hairs out. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab a color picker and kind of fill in this color picker tool here. First we're going to get this kind of dark area, this ball, and we're going to use a pencil with a single pixel, and we're going to work in filling in, getting rid of that hair here. So just filling in with the color that we picked there, and coming in nicely. We're going to need a lot more zoom here, so let's zoom 1600 really. That's what we're going to need. Okay, so color picker, let's get this color, and let's come with our pencil and It's a little better there. You know, sometimes you just kind of have to pick a couple colors and just kind of come in and see what looks good. You know, it looks good there. Let's come in with a different color. Something like that. Okay. So behind those balls, so first let's get these balls up here. Actually, you know what, we could try, let's try the healing tool. I freaking suck at healing, but let's try it. Let's grab here, and then actually, so you select the source image first. I think you will control and click, or shift and click. I don't even know. Is that doing it? Click to heal. Try shift for straight line control to set a new heal source. Let's control here. And then click to heal. But it doesn't seem to want to heal. Is that working? Is that doing anything? I don't really know. Maybe it is. Not enough. Not enough for us here. So let's undo that. Let's do here. This pencil here. Shift plus. I think it's kind of like black back there, so let's just let's do some picker down here. Let's kind of work on getting this hair here taken out. Why can't I make it darker? I don't know. What's going on? I mean, it's not like I'm erasing them. I just want the color, man. How come I can color there and not here? Oh, maybe that's part of the mask. Could that be part of the mask? Let's go to the face mask and try it. It is. Okay. Well, I don't really want to mess with the mask there. Okay. Well, this isn't too bad, since it kind of tells me what is what here. Let's shift minus and like see if we're doing anything decent here. Yeah. I think it's working. Yeah. Shift plus. Finish getting that hair out. Getting that beard out. Just like so. It's looking really well blended. Control Z because we want to keep some of the blending there. If we can. Control Z a little bit. Okay. Shift minus and then let off on the shift and hit minus. Looking good. Looking really good. So, I mean, even though that's part of the face mask, I mean, we really do gotta shift plus into here and get rid of it. We really do, because it just looks like hair, so we gotta get rid of it. How this got on the face mask, I don't know. We'll come in and blend after anyway, so it'll be fine. Alright. That's looking pretty good. So we'll come in and blend a little bit. Shift. Undo shift. Hit minus. Okay. We're going to come with our smudging tool here, and we're going to shift plus in here, and I want to get this ball looking decent, so let's get a couple pixels big. Let's give it a 3-er here, and let's just kind of smudge it out a little bit, just like so. Smudging it out a little bit. Control Z. Okay. So we're on. So let's go to Panda here. Let's do this. There we go. This is working now. Smudging it up a little bit. Looking pretty good there, I'd say. Let's Control Z a couple times. There we go. So we're gonna kind of smudge in some of this. Smudge it up a little bit. Let's get a little texture back there a little bit. Let's smudge back the other way. Smudge some of this out. So, looking pretty realistic there, I'd say. We're gonna smudge this edge here as well. We gotta go into the face mask thing here and smudge that. There we go. That's looking really good. Really, really good there. Beautiful. Just smudge the edge over here a little bit. Okay. Control Z. We're getting some weirdness going on. Control Z a couple times. What's going on? How about background image? What if we do that? What's gonna happen? Nothing. How about that? That looks decent. Alright, I think we're looking decent here. Let's shift minus and then let off on shift and hit minus. Looks pretty good. Oh, whoa, we forgot his like beard coming down below here, didn't we? Yeah. We're gonna have to go in there. But before we do, I like how the reflection, I like the color, so what we're gonna try to do is we're gonna go in. It's shift plus plus plus. Let's take some color picker from here, and let's kind of, you know, sketch it in a little. Whoa, okay, Control Z. Did we not just get color picker? Pretty sure we did. Color picker. Okay. Oh, we need to go to the background here. All right. So now we go back to the face mask, and let's put in some of this color here. Let's just tap it in. Are we seeing anything happen? Oh, we're still on color picker. What the heck? Panda. Click. Face mask. Pencil. Okay. Now, we'll go back to a 1 pixel size. And we just want to try to put in a little bit of that green. You know, maybe it's not going to be perfect. I don't know. But it's something, right? So let's put it on some of the kind of darker areas, right? This is gonna be tough, isn't it? Let's Control Z all of that. Let's Control Z that all. How shall we go about this? Airbrush tool. Bring the force way down. Size, how about 2 pixels? Let's pick a lighter color here. Okay. Is it light enough? Let's try something like this. Okay. Come back to face mask. Now, let's go to pencil here, and let's just kind of try to dot. Ooh, okay, no. Control Z. Maybe that's our hardness being bad. Let's bring our force and hardness down. Let's try this. Okay. Control Z. It's just way too harsh, you know. Maybe we need to make our brush something a little more random here. Maybe this brush. want our hardness to be way down. Force to be way down. Anyway, size, let's bring the size down to just a few pixels. Let's see what that, oh my gosh, Control Z. Like, what? How do I get it to, like, not be so tough, man? You know, I thought my hardness is down low, but I mean, what if we do really low? It still does it. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, maybe it's just a pencil. Maybe if we go to airbrush, that'll help. Yeah, airbrush, we can get force down here. So let's try that. Let's see if we can get just a little bit of color in there. Not seeing anything there. Let's bring our force up a tad and bring our hardness up a tad, and let's just see if we can really just get anything happening at all. Well, let's boost our hardness way up and just see if we can get anything happening. Nothing. Force all the way. Anything. Nothing at all, huh? Force multiplier, hardness multiplier. Let's just get something, you know. There we go. We're getting something there. Let's Control Z all of that. And let's just kind of just brush over that C there. Just kind of get it glowing a little bit with the green. I think that would be great. Yeah, there we go. I like this. I like this a lot. This is helping a lot. This is... Boys, I think we've achieved something here. Kind of getting it to glow with the glow of that orb. And that's really all we can ask for, really. Just taking that hue into the greenish, and even if it's just kind of glowing with a little bit of green, that's exactly what we want. That's the effect we're going for right there. I mean, just a little bit. It's really gonna make this really stand out and look really realistic. I'm just really happy about this. Really excited that we're actually getting a little bit of green hue in there, even if it's just a little bit. That's all we really want, all we really need. It's just a little bit of that green hue. And I think honestly we will be able to tell something. I think it will help a little bit. I think it will look kind of cool. We'll see. I'm getting a little bit of green hue in there, and you know what? Honestly, that's all I could ask for. That's all I could have hoped for. So I'm just a really happy camper right now, because we do have a little bit of green hue coming in, and I'm just really excited about it. I'm just excited about that little shift, that little teeny bit green hue. It's beautiful, it really is. You know, if they think this is a low effort meme, I mean, they're literally dumbasses. They just don't know how to make memes, and they're like, oh, that's so easy to do. I mean, you didn't do like anything. You just like copy and pasted. Because they've never made a meme in their life, you know, that's the point. They never have. They've never made a meme. And they're just knocking on people that make them, just like, oh, this is freaking low effort. You're just an idiot. Well, we're just getting a little bit of that green hue, you know, just a little bit of it. And it's quite challenging, I'd say. But it's very rewarding, because it definitely is making this look more, instead of that blue, kind of bluish hue, I mean, it's actually making it look like it belongs here, right? Really, what more could you ask for? Just a little bit of glow? That's all I'm asking for, and I've achieved everything. So I'm just thankful at this point that we're getting this to work, and we got a brush that looks decent. I'm happy. Is it perfect? No, but pretty darn close. Pretty close. Getting a little bit of that green hue in there. I mean, that's everything I could ask for. It's so nice. Yeah, it's about tuning those brushes, but you know, I still feel like I got lucky, and I'm thankful. So you can definitely see the difference, the green hue versus the non-green hue over here. So I'm digging it, man. Really digging it. Just like that. It's nice and smooth. I'm just holding it down, just going over it a couple times. And I definitely see the green. It's definitely coming out, and it definitely makes it seem like it's reflecting some of that light from that orb, that green orb that he's carrying. And we selected the green from already a reflection, so on his white hair. So we know that that green, this is a very good green to use, because it was already kind of proven in the original pictures. So, all right, let's zoom out and let's see what we got, boys. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Looks really good. Looks really good. Alright, we got something, boys. We got something now. Well, I think we did it. And man, it looks really cool, man. Beautiful, really. It's so crisp, so realistic, you know. This is memes. I mean, you can't even tell it's a meme. It just looks freaking real, you know. So anyway, thanks for watching. Always remember to, well, subscribe to Teeth Powder channel here, and stay calm and control Z. Thanks for watching, everybody.